Now to Phil Robertson. The man behind the Duck Dynasty clan is out with a new book, Unfiltered it's called. It covers a lot of ground: business, family, faith, and that controversy over the anti-gay comments that got Phil suspended from Duck Dynasty. ABC's Ryan Owens sat down with Robertson to talk about it.
He's the outspoken patriarch of one of America's most famous families. Millions welcome him into their homes every week on Duck Dynasty. Phil Robertson is also 68 years old and not about to change who he is or what he says.
Oh, wow. I mean, look at our culture, dude. You can look in any direction and say, whoa.
His comments about our culture have gotten him into trouble, but Robertson isn't backing down in his aptly named new book, Unfiltered.
People can read it and decide for themselves, but people need to get in their head, dude. I don't hate anybody.
He says the book is partially to clarify comments that got him into hot water. The comments were published in GQ magazine earlier this year. Robertson called homosexual behavior a sin.
The only place I know of that I could have gone to answer that question would be a Bible. The dictionary wouldn't have explained it. An encyclopedia wouldn't have explained it, whether it was a sin or not. So I went to the only source I had to answer his question.
Would you consider yourself a homophobe?
I'm as much of a homophobe as Jesus was. People who are participating in homosexual behavior, they need to know that I love them.
Long before the beard, he was a clean-cut college quarterback who gave up football when it interfered with duck hunting season. He says he was an alcoholic, a womanizer, until he found Jesus at the age of 28. That conversion changed his life, strengthened his marriage to Miss Kay, and turned his hobby of making duck calls into a multi-million-dollar business.
I'm a highly educated man, maybe a shocker to some. I have a master's degree. I'm no Dumbo.
Robertson's comments about growing up in pre-civil rights era Louisiana also rubbed some people the wrong way. He told GQ, "I never with my eyes saw the mistreatment of any black person, not once."
You say I never saw blacks mistreated, but they couldn't go to the same school. They couldn't use the same water fountain.
There is one race on this planet. It's called the human race. We're all the same. To me, there is absolutely nothing that has color to do with it.
There's a lot more in the book, of course, much of it religion.
Amen. A lot of people said it's sort of the gospel according to you.
Well, it's the gospel out according to the scriptures. I didn't dream it up.
Robertson also dedicates a chapter to money. I guess having money in the bank gives you a little peace of mind, but it really hasn't changed our lifestyle much. Another chapter tackles what Robertson calls America's addiction to social media.
I don't own a cell phone. I don't have one. I've never turned on a computer in my life. So whatever America is saying or not saying about me, true or untrue, what they need to understand is I'm not hearing it.
Like we said, don't expect Phil Robertson to change. For Good Morning America, Ryan Owens, ABC News, West Monroe, Louisiana.